Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. It is not the man who has too little that is poor, but the one who hankers after more. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Nothing is noble if it's done unwillingly or under compulsion. Every noble deed is voluntary. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. The greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. We should every night call ourselves to an account. What infirmity have I mastered today? What passions opposed? What temptation resisted? What virtue acquired? Life is long if you know how to use it. A man who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary. No man was ever wise by chance. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. A man is as unhappy as he has convinced himself he is. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Sometimes, even to live is an act of courage. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. There is no easy way from the earth to the stars. All cruelty springs from weakness. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms. You will be able to use them better when you're older. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. The time will come when diligent research over long periods will bring to light things which now lie hidden. A single lifetime, even though entirely devoted to the sky, would not be enough for the investigation of so vast a subject. And so this knowledge will be unfolded only through long successive ages. There will come a time when our descendants will be amazed that we did not know things that are so plain to them. Many discoveries are reserved for ages still to come, when memory of us will have been effaced. It is not that we have so little time, but that we lose so much. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill provided, but use what we have wastefully. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. I shall never be ashamed of citing a bad author, if the line is good. Only time can heal what reason cannot. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. You are arranging what lies in fortune's control and abandoning what lies in yours. If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to what others think, you will never be rich. Enjoy present pleasures in such a way as not to injure future ones. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. A sword never kills anybody. It is a tool in the killer's hand. We learn not in the school, but in life. There is no genius without a touch of madness. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. While we wait for life, life passes. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those who knew yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. Regard a friend as loyal, and you will make him loyal. It does not matter how many books you have, but how good the books are which you have. Fear keeps space with hope. Both belong to a mind in suspense, to a mind in a state of anxiety through looking into the future. Both may lead you to projecting our thoughts far ahead of us, instead of adapting ourselves to the present. It is difficult to bring people to goodness with lessons, but it is easy to do so by example. He who spares the wicked injures the good. It's not because things are difficult that we dare not venture. It's because we dare not venture that they are difficult. It is more civilized to make fun of life than to bewail it. He who has injured thee was either stronger or weaker than thee. If weaker, spare him. If stronger, spare thyself. Nothing, to my way of thinking, is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. Of this one thing make sure against your dying day, that your thoughts die before you do. To win true freedom, you must be a slave to philosophy. What man can you show me who places any value on his time, who reckons the worth of each day, who understands that he is dying daily? For we are mistaken when we look forward to death. The major portion of death has already passed. Whatever years be behind us are in death's hands. The best ideas are common property. No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been deceived by prosperity. To be always fortunate and to pass through life with a soul that has never known sorrow is to be ignorant of one half of nature. But when you are looking on anyone as a friend, when you do not trust him as you trust yourself, you are making a grave mistake and have failed to grasp sufficiently the full force of true friendship. It takes the whole of life to learn how to live, and what will perhaps make you wonder more It takes the whole of life to learn how to die. As far as I am concerned, I know that I have lost not wealth, but distractions. The body's needs are few. It wants to be free from cold, to banish hunger and thirst with nourishment. If we long for anything more, we are exerting ourselves to serve our vices, not our needs. What is harder than rock? What is softer than water? Yet hard rocks are hollowed out by soft water. For many men, the acquisition of wealth does not end their troubles, it only changes them. Everyone prefers belief to the exercise of judgment. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. The final hour when we cease to exist does not itself bring death. It merely of itself completes the death process. We reach death at that moment, but we have been a long time on the way. The difficulty comes from our lack of confidence. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for crisis. And this too affords no small occasion for anxieties, if you are bent on assuming a pose, and never reveal yourself to anyone frankly, in the fashion of many who live a false life that is all made up for show. For it is torturous to be constantly watching oneself and be fearful of being caught out of our usual role. We must go for walks out of doors, so that the mind can be strengthened and invigorated by a clear sky and plenty of fresh air. When a person spends all his time in foreign travel, he ends by having many acquaintances, but no friends. Wild animals run from the dangers they actually see, and once they have escaped them, worry no more. We, however, are tormented alike by what is past and what is to come. A number of our blessings do us harm, for memory brings back the agony of fear while foresight brings it on prematurely. No one confines his unhappiness to the present. We are members of one great body, planted by nature. We must consider that we were born for the good of the whole. Men do not care how nobly they live, but only for how long. Although it is within the reach of every man to live nobly, but within no man's power to live long. Drunkenness is nothing but voluntary madness. Let us say what we feel, and feel what we say. Let speech harmonize with life. For the only safe harbor in this life's tossing, troubled sea, is to refuse to be bothered about what the future will bring, and to stand ready and confident, squaring the breast, to take without squawking or flinching, whatever fortune hurls at us.